forgot to do that. That would not have been good. Um, okay. Thank you for taking some time out this evening to join us in this unique way of trying to get the information out for our beginning band. Normally we meet in person, but our school policy apparently doesn't allow visitors to come into the building, so we're going to do it through the virtual way here. And there's some advantages to it, like I get to record this for all the people that don't get to see it, and then they can get the information from the people, from the representatives themselves. But anyways, I'd like to introduce myself. If anybody doesn't know me, my name is Evan Davies. I am the band director at the Bellevue Community School Districts through bands grades 5 through 12. I also teach general music in kindergarten and first grade. It's the start of my 7th year here in Bellevue, my 26th year overall teaching. And my family and I love being in Bellevue, and probably this will be the place till we retire. So I'm looking forward to being able to work with any of the students that I have in 5th grade this year. It's always exciting to start out beginners and listen to the progression that they have from sounding like a car horn factory to a pretty decent player by the end of the year. So what tonight's purpose is to have a couple of the music store representatives talk to you guys tonight to tell you how to secure some instruments for being able to play. And I'm going to give the floor over to them in a few minutes. But before we get started on that, I just want to tell you some things, just some information about 5th grade band if you're not really sure what's going on. My goal is to start on the week of October 5th. Whether we achieve that goal or not, depending on how long it's going to take to get people with instruments in their hands or not, is another question. But that's my goal. And when we start out, each kid will have one individual lesson per week that lasts about 20 minutes. And we have an assistant here. She's not on this meeting, but Mrs. Donna Meeninger is also another person that helps me out with the lessons. And so between her and me, we will cover every kid to have a lesson once a week, starting that week of October 5th. Then after about a month of lessons, we continue the lessons, but we also have a full band rehearsal, and that'll start sometime in November. And that all of this takes place during the school day. It doesn't take place after school or before school. This is all during the academic school day. So if you're worried about time constraints on a busy schedule outside of school, the only time you really need is to have time to practice individually at home, 10 to 15 to 30 minutes a day or however long you get to practice. But so there's really no time commitment after school for this, and a lot of kids don't understand that, and they think they have to choose one or the other, athletics or music. And it's great to do both. I did both as a kid. My kids do both, and so it's just something that you need to know about. Also, when you're looking to get instruments, if you have an instrument already, it would probably be a good idea to send it with one of these two people. Mute yourself, Katie. One of these two people, so that they can take your instrument and get it in playing condition, because it's pretty frustrating if you have an old instrument lying around the house and you give it to your student and there's issues with the instrument that make it hard to play. That gets pretty frustrating real fast for a kid. So it would be a good idea to have the music store take a look at it and just to repair it if need be, or just to get it in good top playing condition. You will need to buy the band method book we're using. We use Essential Elements, book number 1. That book's roughly about $10. If you're a percussionist, it's going to cost you, I'm not sure, maybe in the neighborhood of 15 to 20, because there's 2 books in one. If you're a woodwind player, you're going to need to have extra reeds, because they will break pretty fast when you first start playing an instrument. It's just the nature of the game, and kids learn to be a little bit more delicate as the process goes on, but at first they kind of break reeds a lot. So you'll probably want to have some extra ones of those. We do sell them here at the school too at cost, so we don't make any money on that, but we do have them available at school if your child would need to buy a reed. Also, instrument kits, maintenance kits will come with each instrument. If you are looking to if you're looking to get an old instrument repaired in playable shape, it's a good idea to probably buy a maintenance kit to keep the instrument in good playing condition. And I would also recommend that you buy a music stand to have for home for practicing. They have collapsible music stands. I would assume they're anywhere between $10 or $20. I'm not exactly sure how much those cost, but that is something I highly recommend too, because it's kind of hard if they don't have a music stand. They can't work on their good posture techniques and stuff when playing an instrument. So that's something I recommend you get. As far as concerts coming up, in my discussion with Mr. Meyer, the superintendent, we will not be doing the elementary Christmas concert this year in person, but we will be doing something virtual on that, whether it's just as simple as posting stuff online on a website or something. The spring concert, I have no idea yet. It all depends on obviously what this virus does throughout the rest of the upcoming months. But if you ever have any questions, I've given you my contact information on the emails and the letters I sent home and through email, and I'm pretty good at responding to those. So if you ever have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me, and I'll be very glad to help you out. So I'd like to introduce our music store representatives now. We have Marty from West Music, and we have Justin from Tegeler Music. And Marty, I'll let you take it away now, if you don't mind.
Yep. All right, everybody. My name is Marty Wild with West Music. And I come down and visit Mr. Davies every Tuesday. So basically, I bring the store to him. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you some things here. And I'll talk about how to get an instrument. So what I'm going to do is share this. So you should all be seeing the instrument brochure. You see a violin and a saxophone, correct?
Yes.
All right. So basically, we have a rent-to-own plan. You pay a monthly rental fee. You take it full term. You own the instrument. There are no long-term commitments. You can bring it back anytime, and then the payments will stop. You can also pay it off early and receive a 30% discount off the instrument. The way it works is you start off. We'll have first payment's $39.95. That gets you the instrument. That gets you the book. Gets you everything you need to get started. Care kit, stand, book, and the instrument. That's for 1 month. After that, you'll start making a rental payment. The payment price will be based upon the age of the instrument, what category it's in, and what instrument it is. For example, a saxophone is going to rent differently than a flute. We offer an easy exchange plan right here. Basically, so if a student starts out on one instrument, trumpet, let's say, and wants to go to clarinet, no problem. We can make that happen. You don't lose anything. Any equity that you built on the rent-to-own plan will switch over to the new instrument. The instruments come with a service protection plan, so if anything happens to it, you're covered. If it breaks in any way, you're covered. If there's loss due to fire or theft, that's covered as well. Additionally, what you can do is notify us that it has to go in, or Mr. Davies can, and I'll bring down the loaner in the meantime while it goes to our shop, so the student doesn't lose any time, any practice time. Free delivery pickup. I come to the school once a week, as I said. So throughout the school year, I'm there. During the summer, it's kind of an as needed. But if you need me to pick up an instrument or send something in, yeah, that's fine. I'm there for you. We do have a purchase option. So 30% off when you purchase the instrument outright. You get 12 months of the service protection plan at no charge. We also have a guaranteed instrument buyback on the premium and certified pre-owned instruments. So what that is, basically, is if you buy the instrument outright and you want to bring it back to us, let's say in 6 months' time, we'll keep 6 months of the what you would have paid in rent. We'll keep that and give you the rest of the money back. We also have a limited supply of used instruments available, but the guaranteed buyback does not apply to those. So we do have, let me keep going here. West Music, we've been around for over 75 years. Started in Iowa City by Pearl West. And today our president is Ryan West, who's his grandson. Instruments are director approved. There are things out there that are instrument shaped objects that you can find on the internet. You know, as any music, most directors, band directors would tell you they're not very good. Can't get parts for them, things like that. They're gonna slow you down more. They're gonna more than help you progress. So our instruments are director approved. We get parts, we work on them. So that's that. And then I'll show you real quick some of the, I'll show you how to rent here in a second, but I want to explain our what we call our instruments. So we have premium, certified pre-owned, and used. And actually, not on this, we also have a category for Yamaha. But a premium is a new or like new instrument. So it's either brand new, or when I say it's like new, it means it was out on a display. Like if I were to come down to Bellevue and do this in person, I'd probably have a premium instrument with me that I'd have on a stand to show as an example. Occasionally, a kid might have tested it out, but this year being the way it is, no kids have tried these instruments out. Certified pre-owned, a better example, a better name for that would be certified pre-rented. Basically, you know, it was rented out for a year or two. It's come back to us. It's in very good playing condition. It looks new, still has its shine. It's like a car with 50,000, 60,000 miles on it. Used, it's generally been pre-owned, or it's been in our rental so long that we marked it down as a used. I like to say it's a vehicle with over 150,000 miles on it. Our shop goes through them, so everything's in tip-top shape. Our shop goes through the premium instruments as well, so you don't have to worry about anything. They go through the new, certified pre-owned, and used. But yeah, the used doesn't have the shine. So are there any questions right now? And real quick, not to take up too much of your time. So I do have a meeting scheduled after this. So if anyone has any questions for me, they can hop on this Zoom meeting, attend that, and I'll work with you one-on-one. Right now, I'm just kind of going over things quickly. So hopefully it all makes sense. So what you're going to do is you're going to type in rent.westmusic.com. Going to go to this page. There's our fantastic president, Mr. Ryan West, the swell guy. And that video there, that kind of explains our rental program as well. So you can watch that. Then you're going to go down here, select instrument, Bellevue High School, even though you're not a high school. Get this out of the way. We're going to go. And here's our instruments. You're going to select on an instrument and then go through this process. You get the starter pack. Go through, that's where you'll fill out your contact information, payment information, things like that. Yeah, and that'll be sent up to me and I'll deliver it to the school. I will say the quicker you get this rented, the more likely I will have it. I plan to get these instruments next Thursday, and I plan to deliver to the Bellevue school on Friday. So that kind of sums it up. Should I, Mr. Davies, should I like post the Zoom meeting somewhere, like in a message, or?
I have emailed it out to parents, but I do have a PDF here I could share too of that. How about
the brochure? And then, yeah. So I'll be available after this, starting at 7:30.
Right.
Just for a Zoom meeting, if everyone wants to hop on and talk one-on-one. I can get you the books as well, any accessories. Additionally, if you have instruments to send into our shop, you can leave them at the Bellevue School, and I'll pick those up next Tuesday and take it up to our shop. We do free estimates, so you don't have to worry about that. And if need be, I can provide a loaner in the meantime so the student can get started.
Okay.
So, thank you.
Yep. All right, and this is Justin from Tegeler's Music.
Hi, can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Hello. Okay, perfect. Hi, my name is Justin Sinkson. I'm from Tegeler Music down in Clinton. Just wanted to give you guys a little rundown of the program, and like Marty, I'll also have a private meeting set up for afterwards if you do have any more additional questions. Yeah, the program is very similar to Wes. We do a rent to own program. You'd pay an addition or an upfront fee of $29.99. That gets you the instrument and all of your accessories for the first month. And then you will make continuous monthly payments on an auto pay program until you own the instrument, or you return the instrument, or you exchange it for something else and get all of your credit applied to whatever new instrument you choose. So really quickly, I want to go through just a few prices. These include your maintenance and repair, which is $6 a month. That covers absolutely anything that gets damaged or destroyed. You leave it at school, I pick it up, bring it back to the shop, do the repair, and then deliver it. And I actually do all the repairs myself, road rep and repair technician. So the main instruments then, flute, clarinet, alto sax, trumpet, trombone, percussion kit. We do rent others too if you have something else, but quick prices. We do two categories. We have new and then we have previously played. So our new instruments for flutes, $33 a month for new, $27 a month for previously played. Clarinets, $33 for new, $27 for previously played. Alto saxophone, $63 for new, $54 for previously played. Trumpets are $37 for new, $29 for previously played. Trombones, $37 for new, $29 for previously played. And percussion kits, $18 for new, $15 for previously played. If you do have instruments that you would like to get looked at, you're more than welcome to leave them at school. I will be there on Monday to pick those up next week. So if you could bring them to school tomorrow, that would be great. If you can't, no big deal. And I'll share my screen here. You can contact me anytime. I will be in town once a week. So we can arrange a pickup if even if you can't do it at school, I can certainly pick it up from you at your home or business or whatnot. So I'm going to try screen sharing here. I haven't tried it yet, so we'll see how it goes. Is it working?
No.
Nothing.
No.
1 second.
There you go.
Got it?
Yep.
All right. So first here, this is the website. This is where you would do your rental. You could also call me if you wanted. So it's tegelermusic.com. And you would go to the school band rentals, and then you would fill out and submit the form that you see on that page. Let me see if I can. Hold on a second. It'd be nice if I could move my. I can't. Well, I'm going to try this one more time. Sorry about that. Here we go. Can you guys see it now?
Yes.
So if you go to the website, www.tegelermusic.com, and you'll see this. You click here, school rentals. And again, it's going to go through a lot of that information that we just talked about with some prices. You just fill out this form, you submit it, and we will then contact you if there's any questions or concerns. right here. This is my personal cell phone number. So if you guys want to jot that down, that's my name and cell. Justin Sinkson. You can call me at any point. If you have any questions, we can also do rentals by phone. Or we can do rentals in store by appointment. Not that any of you would want to drive down to Clinton to do that, but if you're in town or anything like that, you're more than welcome to stop by the store. We can do them here. If you want to, have a moment to play the instruments, stuff like that, we're here for that as well. So anyway, yeah, $29.99 gets you started. You get your book, you get a music stand, you get reeds if you're playing a woodwind instrument, you get any accessories, cleaning supplies and stuff like that as well. And then again, you would then beginning a rent-to-own program, you would continue paying us monthly until you either own the instrument outright or return the instrument. You don't have to return it at the store. You can leave it at school. Just let us know. I'll come pick it up at that point. If you ever decide to switch instruments, we will transfer all of your rental credit in that case as well. So again, I'll have a separate Zoom meeting set up. If you guys have any more questions, I believe Mr. Davies had the link for that. Did you get a link from me for that?
Yes, I do. I have them both. I'll put them up here when we're done here, which I'm assuming we're close.
Perfect, perfect. So if you have any further questions, come see me there, and I can certainly answer them for you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. I can just say from experience, being here 6 years now, both of these businesses are very reputable and they're very both easy to work with and good to work with. So you won't go wrong with whoever you choose. So there's not one better than the other. They're both really good. And if I would have thought that, they both wouldn't be here. So they're both very reputable. So don't be afraid to ask them questions or anything. They're both here to help you. I'm going to share the information that I have on the Zoom meetings for Justin and Marty. So here's Wes. It's might be better just to jot down the meeting ID and passcodes here. And you can kind of see both of them there. And you can see them, right? Can all of you see them? Okay, I'll leave this up for a few more minutes. We can all give me a thumbs up if you can see them. Okay, so does anybody need me to put any more time, leave it up for a few more minutes, or am I good to go? And these were in an email that I sent out too. So, okay. So, okay. So that is, that's all I have. And I thank you for taking the first step and hopefully becoming part of our band program. Does anybody have any questions before we wrap it up? And Jalen, are you raising your hand?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your recommendation if she's not sure like what instrument that she wants to play? Like,
okay, we had talked about her doing trumpet with the aptitude test they gave and the physical features of her trumpet, trombone, or flute were the ones that kind of fit the category. And when we talked trumpet, didn't we, Jalen, when we were there that one day? So that's my recommendation.
And that's based on just some things that you get, or that
pretty much, in the past we've allowed the kids to try the instruments, but they've been sharing them back and forth too, and that's kind of a no-no this year. So we didn't really. And they said too, like if she's playing trumpet for a month and it's just going terrible, we could switch to something, and that payment you've paid goes towards that instrument as well. So.
And what is like the approximate cost of like some instruments?
Like
I know it depends if it's used or.
That might be a better question for Justin or Marty.
Yeah, sure. Like, so what you would end up paying in total for the trumpet, and they do vary in price, but a used one to rent to own would cost you $399.99 in the long run. So that would be spread out over under 2 years at your monthly payment. It ends up being about, I think, 18 months for used. New trumpets, you'll end up paying $749.99 if you rented it until you owned it. And so that also is going to be spread out over, it's a little over 2 years, I think, for a new one that you pay, like 25 or 26 months. And then if you buy them outright, you get a 30% discount off of those prices that I just told you. And if you decide to purchase it at any point during the rental program, you would get that 30% discount at that point. So if you paid for it monthly for, say, a year, and she really absolutely loves it and you want to go for it, whatever your balance is remaining, you'll get a 30% discount off of that. So.
Okay. Vanessa, do you have a question?
What time would you like us to get them by?
I would love, you're talking about like when you're gonna purchase one, and
Or
my
like
plan,
rent it, yeah.
my plan right now is to start on October 5th, that Monday of October 5th.
So try and get it before then?
Yeah. So that
Okay.
gives you roughly, what's today, 24, so about 10 days or so, 9 to 10
Okay.
days. Yeah. Okay. Anything else? Nope. Okay. All right. Any other questions before we wrap it up from this end? Nope. Okay. So you all have the links if you want to talk to Justin or Marty. I'd like to thank you again, and this has been a very unique way of doing this, and we'll just go on from here. So thank you very much, guys, for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Davies.
Yep.
Thanks.
Yep.